Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting.
Great to be here.
Today we're doing our rapid-fire dive into what's buzzing right now on X. We've got 16 significant posts on the radar today.
16. Okay, covering a lot of ground then. Tech, global stuff, market moves.
Exactly, spanning everything from AI innovations to global trade whispers. Let's just jump straight in.
Sounds good. Let's catch the vibe.
All right, first up, we've got Ben Tossell. He's putting out a call, basically asking for AI products from the Y Combinator summer batch applicants.
Interesting to feature them.
Yeah, wants to feature them in his newsletter, which, reaches 125,000 potential users. That's pretty significant reach.
Definitely. And Ben Tossell, he's got that background with MakerPad, Product Hunt.
Yeah.
People listen.
Right. And you think about Y Combinator, the prestige there. Plus, the AI market is just exploding. What are the numbers again? Like $184 billion end of this year?
Something like that, yeah. And heading towards, over $800 billion by 2030? It's wild. And the competition is fierce, like 70,000 AI startups out there.
Exactly. So getting featured by someone like Tossell, especially with that YC connection, that could be huge visibility. Remember the U.S. investment last year? $23 billion just in AI startups.
There's a massive opportunity. Visibility is everything right now for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
A feature like that could give some real traction.
Okay, next post. This one's from @Prajwal Tomar. He's talking about building AI-powered MVPs, minimum viable products.
Using what tools?
He mentions a stack: Cursor, Supabase, and MCP.
Okay, let's break that down. Cursor, that's the AI code editor. Supabase is the open source backend, like a Firebase alternative.
Right, and MCP, Model Context Protocol, from Anthropic, I think.
Yeah, so the idea is speed, cost effectiveness, using AI to automate the backend, the database setup, even migrations.
He talks about Cursor helping with UI generation, code optimization, Supabase giving you that scalable database.
And MCP letting the AI interact directly to update the database. It suggests a real acceleration in just getting something built. Imagine the time saved.
It's pretty cool how AI is getting baked in right from the start now.
Definitely. Okay, what's next?
So at Austen, that's Austen Allred, the CEO of Bloom Tech. He's asking a question about vibe marketing.
Vibe marketing, okay.
Yeah, he's asking, who's doing it well beyond just the standard AI-generated ads we're seeing everywhere?
So acknowledging AI's role, but looking for something deeper.
Seems like it. Vibe marketing is often framed as leveraging AI for automated, personalized stuff. Greg Eisenberg thinks it could really disrupt the industry.
Right, but maybe Austin's getting at, can AI help create a more authentic vibe, not just targeted ads? Like Nike or ClickUp, some examples mentioned for 2025 trends. Is it about tapping into culture?
Could be. It's a good question. What's the next level beyond just efficiency?
Here's your thought.
All right, shifting focus slightly. The official @Y Combinator account, they've declared 2025 the year of AI agents.
Wow, okay. That's a bold statement from YC.
Yeah, and they're backing it up. They noted way more AI startups in their cohorts. I think it was 31% in winter 2023 already.
And they're actively looking for more, right? The request for startups.
Exactly. They put out an RFS specifically for AI-driven ideas, things like full-stack AI, voiced AI bots.
It lines up with what others are saying. MIT Tech Review predicted AI agents handling complex tasks in 2025. Think healthcare admin, maybe saving $1 trillion. Or even home security disrupting that old $20 billion market.
YC putting out that call really signals they see this as the next big wave, not just concepts, but actual businesses.
Huge potential, yeah.
Quick one here from @official Logan K, an update on Google's Gemini 2.0 image generation model.
Oh, yeah. What's in it?
It says better visual quality, more accurate text and images, fewer blocked generations, which can be annoying. Higher rate limits, too.
And the cost?
Price is apparently 0.0399 per image, so under 4 cents.
That's competitive. Google's pushing hard on the generative AI front with Vertex AI Imagen 3.
Yeah.
This fits right in. Lowering cost and friction helps adoption.
Definitely. Makes those tools more accessible.
Okay, sticking with Google. @Google AI reported on something called the LA-Con method.
Right. This was fascinating. It's a collaboration with ISTA, the Institute of Science and Technology, Austria.
And it's about mapping brain connections.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mapping all neurons and connections in mouse brain tissue, but using light microscopy, which is usually less detailed.
How do they manage that?
It involves something called expansion microscopy. They literally make the brain tissue samples swell up like 16 times bigger.
Whoa!
Yeah. And then they use fluorescent dyes to tag different things like excitatory versus inhibitory synapses. It lets them map structure and molecules.
So you get high detail with more standard equipment. That could be huge for connectomics research, right? Making it more democratic.
That's the word they used, democratizing connectomics. It was published in Nature, mapping like 1 million cubic microns. Pretty amazing scale.
Very cool application of imaging tech.
Okay, now for some potential drama among the tech giants, @Pedesi posted about Google stock.
What happened? Took a hit.
Yeah, reportedly dropped around 8%. And the reason? Speculation that Apple might be looking into its own AI search for Safari, potentially ending that big default search deal with Google.
Oof, that deal is massive, isn't it? Like $20 billion a year, something crazy, like 36% of Safari's ad revenue.
Yeah, huge numbers.
Yeah.
And Pedesi frames it as the classic innovator's dilemma for Google.
How so?
Well, AI answers are apparently expensive to generate and harder to monetize with ads compared to traditional search links. So, do they risk their core profitable search business by pushing AI answers too hard?
Right. Protect the cash cow or embrace the disruption.
Yeah.
We heard Eddie Q even testified about talking to potential AI search providers. That definitely puts pressure on Google.
A really interesting dynamic to watch. How they navigate that is key.
Absolutely.
Okay, FinTech news now. At Level Zilio, he announced Stripe has a new feature.
Oh, yeah. What's Stripe up to?
Multi-currency accounts and direct wire transfers from your Stripe balance.
Ah, so cutting out the middleman bank for payouts.
That's what Levels suggests. Bypassing traditional banks, potentially. Could be disruptive, right? Competing maybe with services like Wise.
Definitely streamlines things for businesses operating internationally. Stripe keeps pushing into areas banks used to own. Was this from their Sessions event?
Yeah, announced at Stripe Sessions 2025. Adds another layer to their platform.
Interesting move.
All right, switching gears completely. Global affairs. The @White House account reposted something from @RealDonaldTrump.
Okay, what's the news?
He announced a major trade deal news conference happening May 8th, 10:00 a.m. Eastern.
Any details on the deal?
Not many, just that it's with a significant respected country, and he plans for more deals. Treasury Secretary Bessent recently mentioned upcoming deals and U.S.-China talks, too.
Right. Trade policy is always a hot topic. His tariff strategies had mixed reactions before, especially from farmers. We'll have to see what this entails.
Yeah, keeping it neutral, just reporting the announcement. Worth keeping an eye on.
Definitely.
Back to the AI coding world. Tom Dörr did a comparison. OpenAI's O3 versus Anthropic's Claude 3.7 Sonnet.
On a coding task.
Yeah.
What was the result?
He found a big difference trying to fix a failing test in some Python ML code. O3 apparently needed just one edit, one line change.
And Sonnet 3.7.
Needed 16 edits across 50 lines to fix the same issue.
Huh. That's a pretty stark contrast.
Yeah.
One seems way more efficient, but maybe the other was trying a different approach. Raises questions about efficiency versus like thoroughness or effectiveness in different ways.
Yeah, it shows these models still have very different ways of thinking, so to speak.
Fascinating comparison.
Now for a more philosophical take from @Bryan Johnson, he posted, humanity will only save itself if it can do so while making money.
That's direct. Ties into behavioral economics, right? Incentive structures.
Exactly. Research shows incentives boost productivity. Johnson seems to be saying we need to align solving big problems with profit motives to actually get things done at scale.
It's a pragmatic, maybe slightly cynical view, but probably has some truth to it. His ventures often try to blend personal gain with societal benefits.
Yeah, definitely food for thought there.
For sure.
Okay, lighter side now. Meme coin territory. @CB Doge posted just Gork It.
Gork It, like Nikes.
Yeah, exactly. A play on Just Do It. It links to the GRK meme coin on Solana.
Ah, the Solana meme coin scene. Still going strong, huh? GRK had some trading volume, but I think the price dipped recently.
Yeah, seems volatile. There's always speculation, like potential links to XAI or Elon Musk, especially since @CB Doge is seen as a Musk associate.
Right, the power of association and memes in that space is undeniable.
Definitely part of the current internet culture vibe.
It is.
Okay, another post touching on online reactions. Didi Ditos posted about some outrage directed at a young tech saleswoman's success.
Oh, what's the story?
Apparently, the woman is 20, no degree, works at Rippling, and is making good money, maybe around $100K a year.
And people are outraged. Why?
Well, Didi's point is that the negative reactions often imply her success is just due to her looks, but she argues it's really about skills like agency, communication, real sales chops.
That makes sense. Tech sales, especially at that level, requires serious skills. Data usually shows strategic abilities matter way more than superficial factors for long-term success there.
Right. Good point to push back on those assumptions.
Absolutely.
Next, at Elon Musk. Just posted the word progress.
Oh, context.
It linked back to an older post of his about wanting to reduce U.S. government spending, aiming for like $1 in cuts. And he also referenced his DOGE initiative.
Tying fiscal policy to crypto again. And wasn't there a meme coin image involved too?
Yeah, the image in the progress post referenced a meme coin on Solana via pump.fun.
So mixing government spending commentary with crypto meme culture. Classic Musk. Keeping things interesting, influencing multiple spheres at once. The Dogefather effect.
You could say that always generates buzz.
Always.
Okay, nearly there. At Yasin and MTB shared a meme. It's about IQ versus expertise.
Oh, I think I saw that one. Features Richard Feynman.
Yeah. So the setup is like a generalist with a 120 IQ asking simple questions to a specialist with a 145 IQ, and the specialist is stumped or annoyed.
Right. Though there's debate about Feynman's actual tested IQ. Some say it was closer to 125.
True, that claim is debated. But the point of the meme and Feynman's whole career winning the Putnam breakthroughs in physics kind of shows that raw IQ score isn't the whole story. Right?
Exactly. Deep expertise, creativity, asking the right questions. That often matters more than just a number on a test. Feynman embodied that.
Good reminder.
Definitely.
And finally, wrapping up with @ThingLio, a humorous post about completely forgetting Llama 4 even came out.
Huh. Meta's latest big model. Yeah, it did seem to land with less fanfare than maybe expected.
Right. Kind of an underwhelming response. There was some controversy, too, about Meta not releasing public benchmarks in the usual way.
Yeah, that didn't help. Though I saw a reply mentioning it's supposedly strong in tool calling and Meta's pushing its API. But still, didn't quite capture the zeitgeist maybe.
Seems like it just got lost in the rapid pace of AI releases.
Easily done these days.
And that is our rapid-fire download of today's vibe on X. 16 posts, quite the whirlwind.
Definitely covered a lot of ground, from AI development and agents to market shifts, trade, and even meme coins.
So which of these really grabbed your attention? What questions are maybe bubbling up for you, listening in?
Yeah, this is really just the surface, isn't it? There's always more to dig into on these threads.
Absolutely. Go deeper, explore those threads, see what else you can uncover. We'll catch you next time for another dive into the vibe.
See you then.